Hi everyone, welcome to Everything Data Analytics. And if this is your first time on this channel, kindly click the subscribe button to subscribe to my channel, and also click the notification button to receive updates from all the tutorials that we share every week. In this video tutorial, I'm going to be walking you on how to build a powerful call center performance dashboard in Microsoft Excel. And this dashboard track everything from call volume to agent performance and to customer satisfaction, all in a real time. So if you want to turn your call center data into an actionable insight, this video is for you. Whether you are managing a small support team or a large contact center, this dashboard will help you monitor what really matter: service level, agent efficiency, and also customer experience, all in one place. So about this dashboard, the dashboard design, the background of this dashboard is also designed and is created in Excel. So I'm going to be walking us through on how to create the background of the dashboard from scratch. So let's start with that first. So the first thing they are going to do is to open a new Excel sheet. So the if you want to follow up on this particular dashboard or video tutorial, I'm going to put the data set, and if you want the background also, I'm going to put it everything in one sheet, and you can download the data set and the background in the video description. So just click the link and you download it. So let's start with designing our dashboard background. That's the first thing that we are going to do. So I'm going to start with that. So I'm going to go to view and remove the headings, and no, let me leave the heading first. Let me remove the grid line, then go to insert. So I'm going to be making use of our shapes, and we'll make use of this rectangular rounded shape. So I'm going to be making use of this. So first let's draw this. Then if you see this particular yellow line, yellow dot, so just this is actually used to increase the side, that's the round corner, the corner of each of the rectangle. You can see now that if I drag it in, it will shrink to this level, and if I drag it outside, it will reduce to rectangle. So I'm going to just drag it in, or reduce it to what I want. So I'm going to increase it this way. You can see increase it. Then I will right click and work on my shapes. Format shape, I don't want to see the outline. You can actually do it here too. So for this, the first one, I'm going to be using this. So now I'm going to duplicate this again. I will duplicate this there. Okay, so let's duplicate this. So I will just work on this. Then I will change the color to this. I'm going to change the color to this. I'll change the color to this. Then again, so just align, make it align the shape. So again, I'm going to duplicate this also, change the color to this black. Then again, align it, align your shape to fit into what you want. So you can see, enlarge this to fit into what we want. So the last shape here is this. So for this shape again, I duplicated it. I'm going to make use of this. Then I will reduce the transparencies of this to 84. So you can see now, you can see, so you can make use of different color that you want. So now you can see now that our dashboard background is has been created. So now I think I need, okay, so now this I need to change this to rectangle, reduce this, also reduce this, then reduce this to this. So we have this here. So now you can highlight it, Control A, so that we can group everything, then right click and group. Or you can just, once you highlighted, you come to this place, then group, come to shape format, then you see group. So because I group it, that's why you are seeing on group. So now I've created this shape now. So now the next thing that I need to do is to do my that's called my the title of our dashboard. So insert the text format, insert the text format, then I'll call it core center performance analysis or dashboard. Let's see what we use. Okay, analysis. I know I use a lot. Analysis. So now I'm going to format this here. Just click this, then once you click that, you can right click, then click check format, or come right here, no outline, which I've removed, then that's no fill, no outline. Then I will drag this up here, put it up here, then I will change the color, come to home, change the color to white. Then I want to use a particular bookmark. That's what I want to use. That's the font I want to use. So you can decide to change your own font. Again, you can increase it. Then this. So now I have this. Yeah. So I just did a description, just small description on my dashboard. So I will just copy and paste for us not to waste time. Paste it here. So you can just, it's the same format that I use for the same what's it called, the same way we did our text box. That's the title of the dashboard, is the same way. So now you can, so the only thing is just make sure that everything is aligned to make our dashboard more. So I have this here. So now the next thing that I want to do is our this particular shape, this our shape here, this shape. I want to create this shape. So all I need to do again, go to insert, then pick this particular rectangle, that's top rounded corner. I pick it, then I turn it this way, then again work on the side using that yellow. So I'm going to be no shape, no outline, no outline. That's what I did. Then I'm going to change this to white. I change this to white. So I want to reduce this to this. So now the next thing is duplicate this, turn it, change this to this color. I use this color. Okay, so the white has to go up, so because I want to create it, so now I want the white to come up, so I put it up and it's showing down. How do you get it? How do you make it come up? So once you click on it like this, don't, just make sure that your cursor is still there, then go to your highlight is still there, go to shape format, then come to bring forward and bring it to front. So now you can see now that our white is at the top now. So you can decide to align it where, can decide to align it where. So now I'm trying to align it to make it suitable for what we want to use it for. So now, so just make sure you align it, that's all. So now we have this shape, now we have this shape, and that is how I created this shape. For this I just use text box. Again, use your text box just as the way I've done that. So now you click, I like it, I like it, then go to shape format, click on group and group them, so that when you are moving it, everything will be moving together. So that's all on that. Now the next thing now is to start our analysis, and here is our data, this is our data. So in this analysis, we in this data we have this data, two data sets, and the one is for the core information, the other one is for the customer. So now we need to create relationship in power pivots, in pivot table. We need to create relationship between these two tables for us to be able to use them dynamically. So now the first thing that we are going to be doing here is to change this data set to table, from range to table. So click on anything, click inside the database, enter the database, then control T, sorry, control T, that's control T will change it to a table. And then it's asking you, my table has said that yes, it has been checked. Just check yours. If it hasn't been checked, then click OK. So this has changed to, so now you write this, you change the name of this table, come right to this top left and change it to, maybe me, core I'll call it core volume, because it will be very important, it's very, very important for us to do that, core volume. So so it's asking me that I should use underscore, so it only has set underscore, not any other character, core volume. So now, and the second one, okay, so core volume. So now this, the second one, to convert it to table, you can just use insert, then change to table, and then also change it to customer. So now let's leave it that way. So now we take it to pivot table. So just click here, insert, click insert, then take it to pivot table. So our is now on in pivot table, we now have it in pivot table. So now we are in pivot table now, so we need to create relationship. So, and like I said, it's very important for us to create relationship between these two table for us to be able to use it in what's it called, for us to be able to use it dynamically. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go to click on pivot table, analyze, then you will see under, you see relationship, click relationship, now click new. Once you click new, then which table are you creating relationship for? The first table is data model. Then what is common between the two tables? Remember, customer ID is very common between the two tables. Let's go back and check. Let's go back and check what is common between the two tables. Let me close this so that you will understand what I mean. So now this is customer ID here, and then this is customer ID here also. This is what is common between the two tables. So now the next thing now is to create our table. Again, go to pivot, analyze, pivot table, analyze, relationship, new relationship. Then what is that table? The core volume table that we name. Then call ID is the common thing, related table, that's the second table. So I will call it customer, call ID, then we create relationship between them, close. Now how do you make it active? So you click off, and you will see that, if you see, the first thing that is core volume is the one that is important, that is being active here. So now, because that's what we use to create our pivot table, So now this, you make sure that your this is what I've already done before. So now you make sure that your what's it called, your customer information is the make sure that your customer information, you make it active. So you click on this, click on the customer information, show in active. So if you go to active now, you will see that customer information also is in active. So we have our customer information in active now. So now the next thing that we need to do, the next thing that we need to do now is to start, is to create mail. That's mail, that's data analysis and expression in Excel. So now, because we have created relationship, we can also use this to create measure in Excel. Yes, you can create data analysis and expression in Excel. And the first measure that we are going to create is the total core. That's the first measure that we are going to create. Calculate our total core, which is the first that we are going to right click on one of the data sets here in our pivot table field, then click on add measure, then which table is already named there, that's from call volume table, not the customer table. So that call volume table is where we have our cause or information. So what is your DAX name? That's total. My DAX name, not value description. My DAX name is total calls. Then my formula will be, I'm going to be using count rows to do that. Count rows. So I'll count the rows of the core volume data set. So which is, this is my core volume. Then close the bracket. I'll put it in number. Then I want to use separator. Click OK. So now the next one that I want to create is add mail. As it I want to create is the what's it called, revenue. So again, you right click, the same thing that we did there, then revenue. So I'm going to be using some summation, some function to calculate that. So there is a column named purchase amount. So I'm going to sum purchase amount to give us our revenue. Then close the bracket. Currency, I put it in currency. So now the formula in value, please correct the formula. Okay, so I know what happened. So because I've already created a where I have a DAX name for revenue before. So to differentiate my new revenue from the old one that I've created, I'll just use hyphen. Then click OK. So now the next one that I need to create again is K, that's call duration. Call duration again, I will use hyphen to differentiate that. The new one that I want to create, call duration equals to sum of call duration. We have duration call. Good. Then close the bracket, change it to number, separator. So now the next one that I need to create is that's average rating. So what I will do, average rating. So I'm going to be using equals to average. I'll take the average of this core satisfaction rating. So that's what I'm going to be using. Again, put it here. So now the last one that I need to create is, let me explain this last one. I want to create the 5-star rating. So now let me go back to the data. This is the data set. So, and from the core total core volume that we've created, we are told that we have 1000 core volume. So now out of this 1000 core volume, we want to know which of these core are under 5-star rating. So now there is a column name rating rounded. So we have 0 rating to 5 rating. So we want to know which of these score fall into this category of 5 star. So and to do that, we are going to be making use of our calculate function. So again, I'm going to be right clicking on this, then on this score volume. So I will just name this as 5 star rating. 5 star rating. So equals to calculate. I will use my calculate function. Calculate function. Then what am I what's my expression? That's total core volume. Total core. Then comma. Where do I want to, what am I filtering from? Which column am I filtering from? I'm filtering from rating rounded. Remember our rating rounded. So I'm using my this, then equals to, what do you want to filter for? We want to filter for 5 star equals to 5. Then close this and then put it in number, use separator, click OK. Now we are done with all our DAX. So the next thing is to check. So check which of the DAX you have created. You remember we use the core volume dataset to create this DAX. So we are going to be checking here. So this is this. These are all from this FX. Anything you are seeing FX, that means you have created data analysis and extraction method. So now I'm going to be putting it in this, my total core. Okay, my total core duration. Let's check what is wrong with our core duration measure. So I'm going to be editing that. What's it saying? Equals to core volume, core duration. So let's check that again. So core volume. So it is core duration. This is core duration there. Let's check again. Okay, I think that has gone. So now we are this core volume, core duration then, and these are all our DAX that we've created. So now 5 star rating, you see that 307 are calls on that 5 star rating. So now the next thing is to start bringing this KPI into our dashboard. So now the first KPI that I want to bring into this dashboard is, let me remove this so that will show us what I did, is our total core. So let me duplicate this, then bring it here. Oh, just this, bring this here, then remove this. So make sure your cursor is there, then go to your formula file, but because you have to bring it through formula, if not it will not be dynamic. So equals to, then go to your pivot table, then I'm going to reference the cell. I'm going to reference the cell here. So this to our total core is in A and A column A row 4. So I'm going to reference it as A4. So still come to my formula bar here, then I'll write A4. Click enter. So you can see now. So now the next thing is to format this. Just click this and format it. So now I'm going to bring it here, bold it, then change it. You can customize your own control. You can customize your own, or what's it called, use your own format font to do that. You can use your own font. So I can still increase this. So now the next thing is to do, I want to duplicate this twice for the other KPI that I want to use. Bring here that I want to see. So bring this here too. So now this will be my revenue. And this will be our core duration. Core duration. Core duration. So just make sure that this, you expand it. So now I'm going back to my pivot table to know, to reference the cell of my core duration and revenue. So my revenue is in B4 and my core duration is in C4. So B4 and D4. So let me just do that here. I'm going to change this, come to the click here, go to your formula bar and change this to B. So then click enter. Then this also change this to C4, click enter. Then you just need to format it to the same format so that we have the same format. So increase this. So this one to do the same thing. That will have the same format. Use the same format. So it's front. It's always good to use the same font. And then color code is always good. So now we bring our KPIs. So highlight it. You can decide to format it. Come to align bottom, align horizontally and then vertically. So now you can group it. I'm going to group them so that when I'm moving them together, it will move. So now we are going to be using this. So now the next thing that we are going to be doing is to do our average star rating. Average star rating. To do that, to do our average star rating, this particular. So let me show us what we are going to do next. This average star, we are going to be doing that, and it's rating by. So to do this, what I did here is to actually look for an image that is 4.4 star rating. You know our average rating is 4, so I'm going to be looking for. So just go to, make sure you have internet, then go to Google 4-star rating PNG, so that it will give us the right image. So then you click on image. Okay, we even have it here. So this is 4-star. I already have 4-star here. So I'll just click here, copy this image, then go back to my dashboard, come to my dashboard and place it here. Ctrl V to paste. So this is my 4-star rating. My 4-star rating. Then I'm going to insert. Okay, this particular last what's it called? Last chart here. I will just duplicate it and I will use it, reduce it, bring it here. So I'm just going to reduce it. So I'll put it here. Okay, so now I want it to, I want, so let me change the image because I want it to show 4-star. So there's a particular one that I use. So I use this. I'll copy this image, then go to my dashboard, paste it. So now I'm going to, what I will do now is I will reduce it, bring it here. Then I'll just crop out the, I want to crop out this. Go to, you are still clicking on the image, then go to picture format, crop, then I'll crop out just the 4-star rating. That's what I'll crop out because that's what I need. Because I want it to show that 4. So I remember that's the image that I downloaded. So now I have it. So click outside it. So we have our 4-star rating here. We have it here. So now let me remove this. I don't need this again. So I'll just put it here. So you can decide to use any one that you feel like using. I'll just put it here. So I'm going to go to picture format and bring it for, because it seems as if it's not showing. Okay, it's showing. So now let me just go back to our dashboard. I'll just write. So I'll just copy this. I'm going to copy just the title. Okay. So let me just copy this and take it there. Okay. So since you already see what I did, so I don't need to just, I copied that from my, so again what you need to do there is to use your, or use, it's the title that I wanted to copy, but I just like, let me copy this way to not waste our time. So now the next one that we're going to do is color this particular chart, rating by color count. So go back to our pivot table. So I don't need to create another pivot table from fresh. I will just copy this. Make sure, see the way I'm copying it. If not, it's not copy very well. So now this is my new pivot table. So again, I'll remove everything. So remove everything there. So did you use total for? So let me check. Then what will be call satisfaction rating will be the one adding rating rounded. So I'll put my rating rounded there. Oh, okay. So total call will be here. So I'm going to use this insert, click on insert and use this. So remove hide all button to hide those ones. Remove this axis. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this. So come right here, grid line, remove grid line. So I want to sort this. I want to sort this from largest to smallest. So now we can now work on our data series. Let me remove it to show this. I will increase the gap width. Increase the gap width. No line. So I'm just to change this to this. So now add data label. So this our that's area chart. I'll change this. I'm going to change this to solid field, then change this to this, then reduce the transparencies to 85. I'm going to just say 86 or 85. So now my data bar, I'll just increase, change the color font that I'm using, change this to black, then this, increase it. So let me be sure that's the color that I'm using there. I'll copy it. So I'm using blue color, right? Blue color. I'm using blue color for that. I'm using blue color for that. So I will just copy it and paste it here. Paste it here. So change this to blue. This particular blue color. If you want to check the color code, this is the color code. So let me just show you the color code. In case you want to do it, this is the color code. So now change this to white to make it more visible. The axis too, I'm going to change this to white. So I'll just put it here. Oh, don't let me mess with this. So let me increase this to bring this here. Then let's bring this here. So let me check if I'm using the right color here. Okay, so this is the color that I'm using. So let me copy the title. So I will still write on the color that I'm using. Let's just paste this title. So go back and change the color to this. So you can decide to use your own color. You can decide to use your own color. The next chart we need to create is the total the color call by rating. The color call by rating, this particular chart. Let me show us. This is what we need to create next. So now go back to our pivot table, then copy this pivot table. You don't need to create another pivot table. So you just copy this and then paste it here. See the way I copy it. Now I'm going to be removing all the feed I don't need. I will remove that. So just uncheck all this or check this. So now I'm going to leave the total call. Then I will use our rounded rating. So I want to know the calls, the total calls that fall into each rating that we created. So now the next thing, I insert a chart. So I will be using our column chart for that. So let's format our chart, remove this. Then for this hide call button, so let's remove this for a better view. Then I'll come right here, remove charts, remove grid line, then add data label. So I'm going to be removing this. So for this, I will just sort it, right click and sort from largest to lowest. So I'm resizing my chart. So now I want to format my dark chart series. So I will right click the column, can right click any of the column, right click, format chart series. So I will just decrease the gap width to make our column bigger, decrease the gap width. So now go back to filter to format it. Then I'll change this to this color that we are using. I've showed us the color code. So now again for the chart area, I'll change it to this color, then no border line. Then I'm going to increase the outline, then take it to our dashboard. Take it to our dashboard. So okay, it's here. So bring it here so that we can align everything. So trying to align your charts. Okay, which is what I'm doing. So now we have our chart here. So now I'm going to format the chart data label, give it a more visible view. Also format our axis here, make it more visible. So I will use this for my front. So again, I will just go and copy and paste. Just increase this to make it. I'll just go and copy and paste the chart title here. I'll just copy and paste it. That's what I will do to save time. I've shown us how to create to or edit our chart title. So now we have that. So the next chart I want to create is monthly core trend and monthly revenue. So again, copy this, paste it here, then right click to show feed. So I'm going to change this and change this to month. Okay, bring our dates here. So now remove this date. Okay, so now insert our trend. I want to use a line chart for that. I want to use a line chart, so I'm going to be using this. We hide this and let's format our line. Hide all feed button, remove this, then come to our chart element, remove grid line, remove this, then remove our title, then let's format our line. I'll make it smooth. I like my line to be smooth. Then I'm going to change it to, okay, I use a gradient feed for that, so let's use gradient feed. Then now remove, I want to remove part of the gradient stop. I want to make the gradient stop to be 3. So for this, the first line, I will use this. Then for this again, I'm going to use this. So this, I think I use white. Let's check. Okay, so let's increase our width, make it thicker. That's too thick. So now that's my line. Then for my marker, I want to add marker, then marker option. I will add the marker built-in, then change the marker to this. You can increase the size of the marker. I will use this color for my marker. Then borderline, I don't want to see borderline in my marker. So again, I'm going to format my chart area. No borderline, I already remove that. Change my chart area to this, then change it to this. Okay, I think I even leave it at. So now I'll take this to my dashboard. Take it to the dashboard and then change this. That's our area. So now I'll add my data label. Yeah, you can leave it that way. Okay, you can change it because I want my number to be. So now I have this now. That's our monthly core trend. So again, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. Change it to this. Copy this. I'll copy that's the title. Put it here. So now the next one that we are going to be doing is monthly revenue. I will just copy this and change it the show feed, then change this to revenue. Again, insert, I use a column chart again, then do the same format, hide feed. So just do the same format. No grid line, no legend, I don't need legend, then no chart title. Then I want to format my chart series, decrease the gap width to make the column chart bigger. So here, no border, so I'm changing it to this color. What else do we need there? So now the next one is our chart area. Again, change this to this, then our transparency to 80. So let's take it to our dashboard. Taking it to the dashboard, so just align it. Again, add our data label. Can right click and add data label. We'll add it from the chart. For this, changing it to this. So you can decide to format the data labels for it to be more visible. Right click, format, then come right to this place, click on alignment, and then this text direction, I'll change it to rotate to text 276. Then for the data, for the labeling option, I'm going to put it at inside base, or you can decide to make it at inside then, just like that. So you can decide to change your, okay, let's leave it this way, then let's put it as inside base. So now for this, our axis, that's the x-axis, changing it to this. Okay, so now the next, okay, let's still align it. We need to align it now. So now let me go and copy and paste the text board from here. So this is it. And change this. You can change our data label too. I feel we should change this to white. Yeah. So let's leave it that way. So now the next one that we need to create is our weekly core trend and revenue. Weekly core trend and revenue. Again, go back to your pivot table. Just need, all you need to do is to do copy and paste. So I'm going to paste it here. Then instead of month, I'm going to be using week, duration, day of the week. Then I will add our revenue to it. So, and then I'm going to use a combo chart for that. A combo chart for that. That's what I'm going to use. You can see recommended chart, column chart. So I'm using a combo chart. Or we can decide to use this. Okay, let's use a combo chart for it. I'm trying to check something. Okay, let's use this. Or let's change the chart type again. chart type. Let's change the chart type. I click this how to change chart type. I want everything to be this. So I have this here again. Hide all feed button. This time around we need our legend so that we'll be able to differentiate between the total cost. So for our I'll put it at the top, then no grid line, add our data label. So for this, remove this and bring it here, bring it to this side. Because of our title, we still need our title there. Then let's format our chart series. Let me remove this. Formatting our chart series. Go back here. This. Right click, format chart series. The gap width. Leave it this way. No outline for this also. For this, I'll change it to this color. I think I've showed us this color, this particular color. So this is this. So if you want the color code, let me show us. This is the color code. So now let's format our area chart. Change this to this, then to 80. So now let's take this to our chart, our dashboard, bring it here. So again, do the same thing that I did for our labeling option here. And then labeling option will be inside. Oh, let's make it center. Okay. So I can just leave this like this. So I still need to change this. Okay, so because I'm finding it difficult to change this chart series. That's the total cost chart series. Let's see something. I'm finding it difficult to change it. It's not picking. It's not picking my chart series. So that's why you can decide to use. I think we need to change the chart series. So we can make this line chart. Make this line chart. Then make this not cluster color. Still not sure. Oh, it's revenue that I made line shine. It's this that I want to make. Change this one back to line chart. Then change this to cluster color. Okay, let's just leave it this way. So all I need to do is to change the color of this. So we know that revenue is that. So now again, go and bring our title. And put it here. So the next thing that we do is to add our uh, label. That's the chart title. So again, I'm just going to bring it here, copy this, then paste it here, drag it to this place. So now what I need to do now is to, the last thing that we are going to be doing here is to know the 5 star or rating customer. I call it happy customer, so we can name me as 5 rating customer, and then color versus city. So go back to my pivot table, then I'm just going to bring this then show feed, for my pivot option to show, then remove this, then bring gender here, okay. Remove this, remove this, then gender, bring gender here, then my 5 star rating customer, yes. Again, then I'm going to do the same thing, bring this here, then bring city here, gender up. So for this, I'm going to use this, we are using this. So let's bring it here so that we can format it. So let's just remove this, hide or feed button, remove this, remove grid line, then our legend, let's take it off. So now let's add data label. For this, and decide to increase the feed, then let's bring this, let's change this to this color, then let's change this to this color. So if you are looking for this particular color code, I'm going to show this is the color code. So now let's take it to our dashboard and format the background there. Format the background there. Just make sure that you highlight everything. So now I'm going to be formatting background, no border, then this background, changing it to this, then again increase this to this. Okay, so now for our labeling, just do the same thing. Can so I'm using same labeling too. So for our, just use any labeling that you want to, any front I mean. So now for this also, I'm going to be changing, I just want my font to be the same, that's why I'm doing all of that. Okay, so we have this. So the last thing that we are doing here is this 5 star rating customer. So I'm going to be using what's it called, donut chart for that. So come right here, insert a donut chart. So I'm going to be hiding all button, remove this. So this our legend. I'm going to remove the legend. I don't need it because I have something here that we use for my legend. No border. So this we are going to be filling is also so. Then let's format this no line for this. I'll use this. Then for this, I'm just going to be using our two color. Use that. Then let's take it to our okay. So bring it here. Just make sure everything is aligned. Okay, so now I need to use this or this our I just need to bring use icon to label the or that's the legend. So now go back to my dashboard, go to insight, then click on icon. Again, make sure that you have internet in your uh, make sure you have internet. Let's check faces, see faces or cartoon. Hmm. For people, I think it's people. Let's check people. You can just search for people. Yes, it's people. So I'll use this for female. Then I'm going to use this for male. So I've inserted to then insert. Click on insert. So I have them here. So you can decide to deselect it. Oh, I'm trying to deselect it. So I don't know why it's I didn't group it. You did group yourself on group job. Okay, I know what to do. So let's just go back. So let me deselect, let me do it again. Insert icon, icon, then people, just type people here, then use this, insert the two here. Good, deselect them. So this, I think this May is the or colored or the orange color, then female is the blue color. So now click on it, then format graphic fill, then I'm going to be using this. Then for May too, I will use this. Now I'm just going to bring one of this and place it here. That's our text box, right? Paste it here. So let's check how it's been labeled there. Okay, so this I'm bringing it here and I will use the same format. So this will be male or female. Bring it here. So I will just go and reference our cell from female. Female is G30, G G41, then go back to our dashboard. First G41, okay, equals to, change this to this, then format your numbers. So you can decide to reduce this, reduce it. So let me check the format that I'm using. Okay, 57, 57, 0.57, so that I can use the same for this. Okay, so we are good to go. So this for the name. So I'm just going to group them here. Group, group them. Then bring this here. First, let's do some formatting here. So I'm just going to bring this here. Good. So for this also, we'll bring this and then bring this, change this to May. Then for this, that would be H. Okay, that will be G42. G42. So again, change this to its own color, and our format, our fonts, change this to this. Then group it. And bring it here. Just make sure that everything is aligned. So when you are dragging, don't just drag it anyhow. Okay, this thing is grouping itself together with this, so let me redo it so that we can have, so let me just bring it here. Good, let's make it sit here, and this too, let's make it sit. And decide to move with your keypad. Okay, let me move this up, move this up too, move it a little bit. Okay, so we have our So now the last thing is just to bring our slicer. So this, I'm just going to reference the total to, that's what I will do. Equals to pivot table, that's G43. Change the zoom color to this. That's the total of happy customer. So we have all of them here. So now you can decide to group everything here and decide to group them so that you have, when you are moving it, it will not scatter. Okay, so now the last thing that we are going to do here, the last thing that we are going to do is just to, okay, let me just move this here. Bring our slicer and also do the necessary formatting. So now let me give this there, let me put the title. So I can just say this and this. Let's copy it and bring them to our, already show us how to, let's say 5-star customer, 5-star rating customer. Then this is color versus city by gender. So let me bring this up. Okay, so now we have all our charts here. We have everything here. We have all our charts. Our dashboard is complete. Now the next thing is to bring our slicer, and for the slicer you can see what I did there. Where is our dashboard? So you see that I input some, what's it called, the picture. So these are the picture that I use. These are the picture that I use. So I just downloaded it from Google. So now let's go to our pivot table. Let's choose any of the pivots. Then insert slicer. Say what do you want to use as slicer? Okay, customer ID. I want to use customer ID as slice. Is it customer ID? Not customer ID. It's caller ID. That's what I want to use as slicer. Caller ID. So you can decide to use anything as size slicer. Caller ID. Where is the ID? Let's check our data first. Okay, call number. So we want to use the call number as our, not call number. Let me see. What did you use? And it's not custom. Okay, representative. Yes, we use representative. So again, insert representative. Then you can decide to format your slicer. So I already did a formatting for my slicer. So if you want me to do a video on how to format, I can easily do that and put it in So this is the slicer that I use. So I already formatted it. Let's check our slicer setting. You're still clicking on slicer. I don't want to see the display. Hide all item with no dot data. Then I'm going to take it, copy it out, then bring it here. I'm going to put it here. Okay, I can decide to expand this a little bit. Okay, then oh, see what I'm saying. So now we can expand this our slicer like this. So if I decide to expand it, so now if I click any of this slicer, you will see that the only thing that is responsive to is the key matrix. That's the KPI, so key performance indicator. So now to make it respond to everything, to make it dynamic, so all I need to do, click the slicer and connect the report to all the pivot tables so that our slicer can work with all the pivot table that we created. So if I want to check the information for each of these, if I click it, you will see, if I click, you see that it's changing for each of the representative. So now to add the picture, all I did was to download all the picture. I just downloaded this. So let me bring them here, and then I paste them. So this one is not something that is at. So deselect them. So I put this here, put this here, put this here. Again, I put this here. Okay, this I put it here, this here. So that's what I did. So it's nothing much on this, and you can all see that we've done a simple dashboard background there. So if you want, just add, if you want your, if you don't want, if you want to group everything together, just highlight Control A, then group, so that you everything now is moving together, so it's nothing is separated. So now you can check the, for the dashboard background, you can check the video description for it. And I believe you have learned new thing in this particular video that we just finished. Give me your feedback in the comment section. Tell me your, or what do you think about this video. Share, like, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel and click the notification button to receive updates on all tutorial that we share every week. See you in the next video. Bye for now.